Here we are in Port Jervis, New York at Haven for Heroes. It's snowing. Let's see if it was worth the trip up here, braving the snow. Let's see. Welcome, fellow collectors. Flying solo for the first time in a whole video because there's too much snow outside and Brian couldn't find a place to park, so I'm on my own. Let's see how it goes. I took a trip up to Port Jervis, New York to visit a shop called Haven for Heroes. Many of our subscribers have recommended it, and I was in the area, so I said, you know what? I'm going to stop by and see it. And let me tell you, the drive was not fun at all. It was snowing. Roads were slick. It was a tough one, but am I glad I did it? Absolutely. Store was worth it. Because inside this place, I saw the single most expensive thing I have ever seen in a comic book shop. More on that later because you're not going to believe the price tag on what I saw. But first, let's get out of the cold and take a look at the massive 3,600 square foot shop. Yes, you heard me right. 3,600 square feet of collectibles. The layout is incredible. It's been in operation for 12 years, and they are looking to open a second shop. So let's take a look at the shop floor. I have to give a huge shout out to the owner, Emmet. He actually opened up a half hour early for us to come in and film, which was really nice of him. We've said it a million times on this channel. The number one thing for a comic shop is customer service, making you feel at home when you go into the shop. And Emmet made me feel at home from the second I was in there. I ended up talking to Emmet and his partner for over an hour before I even hit record. So we were just chatting about comics, about the industry, about, things going on with everything. That's the vibe here. It's a very welcoming vibe. I also met Sebastian, Emmet's partner, Sabe, his son, who helps out, and would be the manager of a second store if they open it, and Robert, who builds all of these amazing displays throughout the store. As you saw, there are a lot of stuff upstairs, right? But wait, there's more. Emmet took me downstairs to the tour of the basement where they keep a lot of their inventory. It's actually an old bomb shelter, which was awesome. It's the same size as upstairs, so another 3,600 square feet, and it is packed with inventory. I mean packed. I was amazed, and I'm betting you will be too. Let's take a look at the storage area in the basement bomb shelter. Let's look. Before we get into the comics, we have to talk about the merchandise. It's loaded. Oh, and I bought some mystery comics, which we will be opening towards the end of the show. I've never done that on here before, so it's the first time for a lot of things here. First, look at this. Old records, CDs, and honestly, one of the largest DVD collections I've ever seen. It's stacked from floor to ceiling with all kinds of media, old DVDs. If I had time, I would have looked through the old DVDs also. I collect those as well, old superhero movies on DVD. And over here, Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. I love seeing these in shops because usually you find a few here and there, but this was loaded. Haven for Heroes was loaded with cars. And that's good for kids because you get kids coming in and they want to buy cars like we did when we were kids. They got a huge sports section too. Starting lineups, classic memorabilia. Let's look at the sports stuff. And for the gamers, they have a massive selection of Pokemon and Magic cards, plus a whole section set up for tournament play. If you ever played in a tournament like this, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about how tournament plays work, something I don't really know about. And some of these cards were worth like huge dollars. Now let's look at the video game section. Systems from every decade. Which system do you wish that you still had? I played on a Nintendo. I had an Intellivision when I was a kid. They had games that were worth a lot of money displayed, and they have some old systems that they've sell too. But here it is, the big one. I mentioned earlier that there was a big item in the store, and this big item was $175,000. $175,000 I held in my hand. This is the 1990 Nintendo World Championship cartridge. Only 300 were made, and only about 100 have been cataloged. It is insane to be holding this right now. $175,000. It's officially the most expensive thing we've ever held in a shop. Also a grail for many game collectors. So if you're looking for one, reach out to Haven for Heroes. He has one and he's looking to sell it, and he'll probably take a little bit less than $175,000. Okay, now that we've recovered from the price tag, let's talk comics. 50-cent bins, dollar bins, and great back issues. The wall books were impressive, but the one that stood out to me was 2 early editions of Youngblood, signed by Rob Liefeld. Had never seen them before, and you know how much I love when I go to a shop and I find something I have never seen. This was the thing that really stood out for me. Price tag was a little bit high for me, but maybe next time. Let's look at the wall books. They had a really good selection. Which one would you have bought? Before we get into the haul, which is coming up next, and I know that's why you're here, we found a really cool spot nearby in Middletown called Equilibrium Brewery. They have a Star Wars inspired beer called Life After the Death Star. If you're ever in the area, it's definitely worth a stop. Good food, good beer. What else could you ask for? And it was like you buy your own, so like no waiters or waitresses. The shop also had a life-size TARDIS, and they had some Doctor Who figures. There you go, Anton. All right. Did I buy stuff? Of course I did. Let's get into the haul. And remember, I have some mystery packets I bought too. Have never done that on here before. I'm going to open some mystery comics. Finally found the one I've been looking for. None of the local shops had it. So let's get into it. Let's look what I bought. Here's the stack. Nice stack of comics. Some good stuff from the dollar bin, some good stuff from the 50-cent bins. Arak number 2. As you know, another one of those weird titles I'm putting together. Metalman 56. Every time I see these in a dollar bin or in a 50-cent bin, I pick them up. Maybe looking for these watches. Let me know if you have any of these. I'd love to grab one. I've never seen them at a convention, but I may start looking online for them. JLA Classified 17. These are all from the dollar bin. 18. 19. That's my DC haul. Bought some indies. Been picking up E-Man when I see it. E-Man 14. E-Man 17. Also, of course, grabbed some Marvel books. Miss Marvel issue number 6. Getting close to finishing this title. Marvel Universe. The Guide to the Marvel Universe, right? The official handbook to the Marvel Universe. Issue number 8. I picked these here and there. I loved this. When I was a kid, I actually absolutely loved these just because you could go in and learn about the different characters. There's one of my favorites, Power Man. So it was, always cool to have it. Also picked up issue 9. This one has She-Hulk in it. Could also learn about the Savage Land. And it has Rom. I love these because it was like a guide for me to look for first appearances of characters and stuff. It was great. I also bought a big book when I was there. It's what I've been doing lately when I go to shops. It's good for me because I get a big book at a good price, and it's good for the shop because I pick up one. And this is a good one. Avengers number 6. This is key number 1. It's a gold key. It's the first full appearance of Baron Zemo, the first team appearance of the Masters of Evil, which is Baron Zemo, Black Knight, Melter, and Radioactive Man. This was price tag was this. I didn't pay that though. I got a bit of a discount just because we had a good relationship. So there you go. That's a good one. 6. And I also bought issue 200, which is key number 2. This is a controversial issue, and buckle up for this one. Carol Danvers is used, we know what that means, by a man who turns out to be the same person she gives birth to. So her son basically rapes her in the thing. I don't even know what to say. It's the first appearance of Marcus Simitus, who by chance is the character that we're talking about. Okay. I thought this was like an anniversary issue. It turns out to be horrible. 342. 344. This is key number 3, the first appearance of Proctor. 351. 352. Bunch of Avengers in the dollar bins. 362 that I needed. 364. This is key number 4, first full appearance of Death City Shower Alien. 365. 370. Key number 5, the first team appearance of the Delta Force, which is a deviant task force. Okay. And as I often end our hauls, I bought some Fantastic Four. Plus, at the end, we're going to do the mystery ones I bought. Fantastic 5, issue number 1. Hulk Got Milk. Fantastic Four, issue 527. This is a variant cover that I didn't have. 547. 559. I'm missing a lot of these later ones. Started collecting recently. 563. 571. 573. 578. $5.79. Key number 6, the first appearance of Future Foundation. They would get their own series later on. $5.80. It's always good when the piles come into view. $5.81. $5.88. And also bought this 80th anniversary postcard set. Had never seen it before. It was wrapped, so I figured, why not? Give it a try. All right, now let's open the mystery bags. I'm going to cut them open, and we're going to give it a try doing that, see how it goes. Never opened mystery bags on here before, so bear with me. I bought I have been hearing so much about Mark Spears books, about how great these covers are. I figured I saw it, why not buy it? So let's cut this open. I'm not sure the right way to open these, so I'm just going to cut the top off, save the bag actually, and then probably end up putting them back in the bag. Let's see what we got. Not the easiest way to do this. Glad you guys are bearing with me. All right, here we go. It has a little white slipcase on there so you don't see it. Let's see what we got. We got a Creature from the Black Lagoon. There are a lot of variant covers here. There are a lot of these Mark Spears things. Let me know if this one, I don't know how these are, what these are worth, so let me know if you know about these. Let me know if this one's worth anything. There's a cool Frankenstein with the Christmas hat on. So there's one, and I also bought 2 of the Ultimate Endgame issue number 1. My local comic shops or anything around here didn't sell these because they got ruined and they had a lot of problems with them and people were complaining about them. So let's crack these open too. Maybe I'll just open one. What do you think? Should I open both of them or should I open one? I love how they have that so you can't see what cover it is. Same thing. Little cover. Let's see what we got. We got a variant one. Again, I don't really know the value of these. If you know the value of these, let me know. I didn't realize that Death's Head was going to be in this. There you go. That's one. Let's look at the second one. So I didn't realize that you can't peek in these, that they have like, I'm probably going to end up putting these back in the inside these plastic when I save them. What do you guys think of Ultimate Endgame? I don't like that the Ultimates is ending because it's been Marvel's best series. Oh, here's another one. This looks like the regular cover. Nothing big. Actually, they look good. Actually, no, they don't. They do have some creases up the side, so they did have damage. So people were complaining. There's creases up the side. I didn't look at the first one. Let's see what that one looks like. Now this one looks good. No creases. All right. Not bad. So not a bad haul. Definitely worth the trip up there. So should you visit Haven for Heroes? Hell yeah, you should visit Haven for Heroes. You'd be crazy not to. Not even a snowstorm stopped me. It's like 5 stores in one. Or it's like a convention inside a shop. They had so much merchandise. It was crazy how much stuff they had. Huge thanks to Emmet for his hospitality. Where should we go next? Leave in the comments what shop we should visit. We're looking for new shops to visit. Brian and I have been visiting shops. As you know, Comic Shop-A-Rama has been going on way longer than we thought it was. We're running out of shops that we know of because we visited most of them. So we'd love to hear your suggestions. Anywhere in the area, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, we'll go far. We can go up to Mass, wherever you want. Suggest some good shops that we could travel to. We love traveling to new spots. We love finding new things. And don't forget to become a member. Help support our channel because this traveling costs money. So become a member now. We're working on some members only videos. Members get the ability to enter contests and get more entries. Membership definitely has its privilege. So please become a member, help the channel. We'll be traveling to a lot more conventions, a lot more shops this coming year. And before we go, if you noticed the hat, we have our own convention coming up June 14th here on Staten Island. Brian and I and our friend Keith are running a show at a local brewery. It is open to everyone, kids, families. It's a week before Father's Day, so you can bring your whole family. It's free to get in. There'll be lots of vendors that we've talked about on here, friends of ours, creators. We're going to be doing giveaways. It's going to be fun for the whole family. So thanks for watching. Love what you collect. I guess I have to say both lines. Collect what you love. I'll see you next time, hopefully with a partner next to me. Who knows who it's going to be. Thanks for watching.